Italy will not be going to the World Cup as they are knocked out by Macedonia. But what's the state of play over in Serie A? Is the title AC Milan's to lose? We'll take a little look at it. All of it next. Video today. We look forward to match number 31 over in Serie A, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, what have you been? Smash your subscribe to get your bang up today. All things Italy related, World Cup related, bloody Dirk Copeland related. That's right, we got it all here, boys. Under one roof. That's right, AC Milan 3 points clear over Napoli, of course, and Inter Milan with the game in bloody hand. It is starting to bubble up to a nice little title race, especially if you're from the city of Milan. We'll get into it, all of it, in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, guys. Thank you for your love, and of course, behind the scenes. But anyway, we're going to jump in the deep end, of course, revisit the games, which, of course, took place before Italy got knocked out of the World Cup race. I'm a little bit sad, actually. In fact, the scenario, I don't know, we should be talking about this. We should talk about Serie A, but the scenario was bad as it was. Portugal and Italy in that same sort of bracket. I wanted both of them in the final. I want all the classic teams to be in the final, to go through to Qatar. Yeah, I'm a little bit gutted. But it was going to end badly for something, whether you're a Ronaldo man like me or if you're one of the European champions there as well. And again, hey, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. And unfortunately, Italy will have to watch it from the touchlines. But again, they'll have a trophy in the cabinet already. So, you know what? Let's move on. Let's, of course, take a look at how we all got on last time. Then, shall we? Of course, these were the games. And, of course, some big ones there were as well. Including the Roma derby, where, of course, Mourinho and, of course, Tammy Abraham looking very, very good right now. 3-0 win over Lazio as well. Cagliari picked up a loss against AC Milan. Of course, Genoa beat Torino 1-0 in the end. Surprise, surprise. Bologna with a 1-0 loss against Atalanta. Empoli, of course, picked up a draw against Hellas Verona. My boys, 2-0 winners over Venezia. That's right, Sampdoria in the end. Internazionale with a 1-1 draw against Fiorentina have been a decent side this season, haven't they? Juventus with a 2-0 win over Salernitana, and Sassuolo with a 4-1 win over Spezia. And wrapping up, it was, of course, Napoli against Udinese. I'm going to count these suckers up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, remember that number, 8. I got 8 piece there. I got an 8 piece, and if you should have also got 8 piece if you listen to me. 8 piece, right? So there we go. Of course, Milan kicking ass and taking names. Well done. Of course, Latan could get another title on his hands if he could, of course, hang on in there. Of course, Napoli, though, second spot. Of course, Internazionale are in third. Down the foot of the table, Salernitana, Genoa, and Venezia are going down at the moment. Cagliari still in that hunt. Of course, Spezia as well. Maybe even Sampdoria, which, of course, will suck ass as well. 8 is, of course, the one to beat. Oh, well done to you. Well done to you guys. 4 of them. 4 of you, of course, got 8 as well. So Russell Frost, Max Agadi, Hussein, and Nanakem, also like me, kings this week. So well done to you guys. Well done to me as well. Of course, got to give myself a round of applause when it's due, and it's due right now. So let's take a look at the mini leaderboard. For the second half of the season, it's Furious 77 is the man to catch. 63 points on the board as well. Costas Case second, and Shane O'Donnell with Max Ngadi is in third in a table. Of course, this is around about 95 success rate. Of course, when I say that, I mean there could be doubles in there, which I will clean that up eventually, but this month is not the best month to do it. Anyway, who actually won the predictor of the month? Let's take a look at it. Of course, it's the person or the persons who accumulate the most points of the month of March, and that person or persons is that's actually a triple badger here. We've got Max Ngadi 37 and Barcelona Easter 31 points on the board. Wow, what's that done to the table? Well, this is the mini sort of wall of fame here. Well done to all of you if your name's in there. It's quite a colourful looking board and quite a random looking board as well. So good stuff for the draw at the end of the campaign. Let's take a look at the master leaderboard then, who is actually kicking ass and taking names in the prediction lead. Again, we will clean it up a little bit once, of course, we get closer to the thing. But at the moment, it is Shane O'Donnell. But, of course, if there is a double for his 77 in here, then, of course, he would be top bins. Of course, if there's a double Shane, he might have a bigger gap. Who knows? But it is quite bloody tight. Look at this. Top 10. In the top 10, there's 10 points separate first from 10th. So it could be anybody's guess, really. So keep on predicting. Do your stuff. You never know. You might be victorious at the end of it. That's, of course, the link. Get involved. Still 2 months left. Who's going to come out top? I don't bloody know. I really don't know. It's actually probably the tightest race we've got in across the board. But anyway, let's get into the next round of matches. Kicking it all off, of course, with the first week of April. And we have Fiorentina up against Empoli. So, of course, all games looking like they're taking place on Saturday, April the 2nd. I don't think that's going to be right. I think they're going to reschedule some of those to Sundays and Mondays and whatever. But anyway, now these two sides have played each other, of course, 21 times in 1987, 12 wins for Fiorentina, 5 wins for Empoli, and 4 draws, of course. Just 1 win and 6, though, for Fiorentina right now, 50% form for them. That's 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. Up against the Empoli side, of course, without win in the last 6, 25% form for them. At the moment, of course, last time around, though, in Fiorentina, it was a 3-1 win for Fiorentina. That was back in December 2018 in Serie A. Of course, the reverse fixture in Empoli was a 2-1 win for Empoli back in, of course, November 2021. Fiorentina coming to us on the back of that draw against Internazionale, with Empoli drawing with AS Verona last time around. The odds, this one, Fiorentina 50-8 on for the Ricci, 7-2 is your draw, and 70-4 is your away when that's Empoli. I'm going to go also back Fiorentina here with a 1-win for them to maintain their good season. It's not an amazing season, but it's a steady Eddie season, of course, pushing for the top half, and that's looking very, very good for them at the moment. Meanwhile, of course, the leaders, AC Milan up against Bologna, of course, coming at you this coming weekend as well. 43 times they played each other since 1996, 29 wins for AC Milan, 60 wins for Bologna, and 8 draws, of course. Milan, they're winning 3 in the bout, 75% form for them at the moment. Of course, unbeaten in the last 6, of course, up against the Bologna side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around in Milan was a 2-0 win for Milan. That was back in September 2020. The reverse fixture in Bologna was a 4-2 win for Milan back in, of course, October. Milan with a 1-0 win over Cagliari, of course, back-to-back clean sheets. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4 clean sheets on the spin for AC Milan. Meanwhile, of course, Bologna with a 1-0 loss against Atalanta and haven't scored in 1, 2, 3 games themselves. Meanwhile, of course, the odds here, AC Milan are actually 5-2 for the victory. That's 5-2 on, of course, 60-5 is your draw, 7-1 is your long shots. That's Bologna, of course. Back, of course, Milan here, 2-0 win, another clean sheet, and of course, another goalless affair for Bologna. Kicking off forward is Atalanta. They're going to come at you up against Napoli. Let's get into the deep end, of course, on this one now. They played each other 47 times in 1993, 17 wins for Atalanta, 60 wins for Napoli, and 14 draws. Bit of a zinger here, of course. Now, Atalanta have just 1 defeat past 6 for them, 75% form. Up against the Napoli side, just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 58% form for them at the moment. Last time played each other, of course, in Atalanta was a 6-goal thriller going in favour of Atalanta. 4-2 it was back in, of course, February 2021. The reverse fixture in Naples, of course, was a 3-2 win for Atalanta as well. That's back in December 2021. Atalanta have actually won 3 on the spin against Napoli, scoring, 10 goals over the course of those 3 games as well. Meanwhile, of course, Napoli with a 2-1 win over Udinese, and, of course, Atalanta with a 1-1 over Bologna. They come into this on the back of 3 clean sheets as well in a row. Kicking off forward, though, the odds here, where do we have? We have... Where is it? It's 29-20 is your Atalanta, 90-10 is your Napoli, and 23-10 is your... I don't even know. It's quite tight, of course, in the bookies, but I'm going to give it to Atalanta. They've got the recent run of the things against Napoli. And of course, they're just awkward to beat, especially at home, and they got goals in them across the board. Next, of course, we have AS Verona. They're going to be taking on Genoa. Genoa, what I mean, coming at you on Saturday as well, according to this, April the 4th. Which will not be Saturday, it will be a Monday. Now, these two sides have played each other 26 times in 1997, 6 wins for Verona, 9 wins for Genoa, and 11 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat past 6, though, for Verona, 58% form. Up against the Genoa side, unbeaten in the last 6, 58% form for them as well. Last time around, over in Verona was a 0-0 draw back in October 2020. The reverse fixture in Genoa was a 3-3 draw back in, of course, September. There's actually been 3 draws on the spin between these two sides. And, of course, Genoa coming to this on the back of a 1-0 win over Torino. 1, 2, 3, 4 clean sheets on the backs for Genoa, but also with just 1 goal in 4 as well. Meanwhile, Verona with a 1-1 draw against Empoli, and they're coming into this game. Of course, Verona 10-7 on for the Ricci, 5-2 is your draw, 4-1 is your long shots. That's, of course, Genoa, of course, backing the 0-0 here, another 0-0, and of course, Genoa just taking the point, and another clean sheet, but no goals as well. Juventus up against Internazionale. Wow, of course, bit of a zinger chicken dinner, of course, coming at you as well this weekend, now over in Turin. Now, these two sides have played 68 times in 1993, 31 wins for Juventus, 15 wins for Internazionale, and 22 draws, of course, just 1 defeat the past 6 for Juventus, 83% form. Up against the Internazionale side, unbeaten in the last 6, however, just 63% form, just won twice in the last 6, drawn 4 times over the course of those 6 games. Of course, last time around in Turin, it was a 3-2 win for Juventus. That was back in May 2021. The reverse fixture in Internazionale in Milan, of course, was a 2-1 for Internazionale. I scrapped that. It was a 1-1 draw back in October 2021. The Super Cup was a win for Internazionale. That was back, of course, in January. Meanwhile, of course, Internazionale with a draw against Fiorentina, back-to-back draws for them. Up against the Juventus side, of course, coming to this on the back of a 2-0 win over Salernitana as well. Looking at the odds here, Juventus coming at you 70-10 for the Ricci, 8-5 is your Internazionale, and 12-5 is draw. I don't know. Again, difficult one to call. Going to go with a 3-1 win, though. Big 1 win for Juventus to make a real dent in this title race. 3-1 win for Juve to take it to the house. Lazio, of course, need a bounce back up against Sassuolo. Tricky game, this one, over in Stadio Olimpico. Played each other 18 times, 2013. 9 was to Lazio, 5 was to Sassuolo, and 4 draws. Of course, Lazio 1-2, lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. 50% form up against the Sassuolo side, unbeaten in the last 6. 83% form, winning 4 of the last 5. Last round, of course, in Roma. In Roma was a 2-1 win for Lazio. That's back in January 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, this campaign back in December was a 2-1 win for Sassuolo. Heading into this one, of course, Lazio with a 3-0 loss against Roma. Of course, Sassuolo with a 4-1 win over Spezia last round. The odds here, 11-8 on is your Lazio, 60-5 is your 3-1 is your, of course, your Sassuolo. I'm going to give it to Sarri Ball here. 2-1 win, of course. They're at home. They should take it to the house. Next, of course, we have my boys. Sampdoria up against my main man, of course, Mourinho, of course, over at Luigi Ferraris, of course. Played 51 times in 1993, 13 wins for Sampdoria, 24 wins for Roma, of course, and 14 draws, of course. Just 2 wins in the past 6, though, for Sampdoria, 33% form up against the Roma side. Unbeaten in the last 6, picking up 4 wins at the last 6 games, 83% form for them. As well, last time around in Sampdoria, was a 2-0 win for Sampdoria. That was back in May 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, in Rome was a 1-1 draw back in December. Of course, Sampdoria with a 2-0 win over Venezia, and of course, Roma with a 3-0 win over Lazio last time around. The odds here, 11-4 is your Sampdoria, 2017 on is your Roma, of course, 14-5 is your big win. It was, of course, last time around for Roma, and of course, I think they're going to win this one. Unfortunately, 1-0 win for Roma, and of course, Sampdoria taking the L. Next up, of course, we have Spezia up against Venezia. That's coming at you as well this weekend, of course. Now, these two sides have played each other 7 times in 2017, 1 win for Spezia, 2 for Venezia, and 4 draws, of course. Just 1 win in 6, though, for Spezia, 17% form. Up against the Venezia side, just 1 win in 6, also 25% form for them as well. Last time I played each other in Spezia, it was a 1-0 win for Venezia. That was, of course, back in July 2020 in Serie B. The reverse fixture, of course, this campaign was a 2-1 win for Spezia over Venezia. That was, of course, match number 4 back in September. Meanwhile, Spezia with a 4-1 loss against Sassuolo. Venezia did lose to Sampdoria last time. I haven't scored in back-to-back games. Coming at you, though, 11-10 is your Spezia. Of course, 30-5 is your, 23-10 is your away win. That is, of course, Venezia. 1-1 draw in the end on this one. To take it to the house. Point split right in the middle. I can't separate 2 sides. Udinese up against Cagliari, of course, coming at you as well this weekend. 43 times they played each other since 1993. 24 wins for Udinese, 11 wins for Cagliari, and 8 draws, of course. Just 1 win, though, in the last 6 for Udinese. That's 42% form. Up against Cagliari side, have lost 3 of the bounce. 32% form for them, and just 1 win in the last 6 as well. Last time around, of course, in Udinese, it was a 1-0 win for Cagliari. That's back in April 2021. The reverse fixture in Cagliari, this campaign was back in December. That was a 4-0 win for Udinese. Just 1 win for the home side, of course, of the last 6. Of course, that was for Udinese when they beat Cagliari back in December 2019. Udinese, of course, did lose to Napoli last time around. Cagliari with a 1-0 loss against Milan and haven't scored in the last 3 games. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Of course, the odds here, 2017 on is your Udinese, 12-5 is your draw, and of course, 10-3 is your away win. That is, of course, Cagliari. Back, of course, the host here, 2-1 win for them. Cagliari are shite. Next, of course, we have a Salernitana up against Torino. Of course, Salernitana probably already down. Torino, of course, doing okay for themselves this campaign. Now, they played 11 times since 1997. 4 wins to Salernitana, 5 wins to Torino, and 2 draws, of course. Salernitana, though, without a win in the last 6, however, 33% form for them. Up against the Torino side, also without a win in the last 6, 25% form for them as well. Last round in Salernitana was, of course, a 3-0 win for Torino. That was back in September 2009. That was in Serie B. The reverse fixture in Torino was, of course, a 4-0 win for Torino back in September this campaign. Meanwhile, Torino with a 1-0 loss against Genoa last time around. Of course, Salernitana with a 2-0 loss against Juventus last time around. The odds here, Salernitana, of course, 3-1 for the victory. Of course, 35 is short and 6-5 on is your Torino. Back in, of course, what am I going with? I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Torino here on the road. Salernitana are down. Torino with a bounce back ability win there for them. That's, of course, my take on it. Be sure to get your own take on it as well. Currently 4 Serie A. Of course, and we'll see you next time around when we have the next round of Pickaroos. That's it, guys. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check links down below on Twitter, on Twitch, on Facebook, and also on Patreon. But until then, boys, we're done for this one.